Welcome back. Today we are going to be enjoying one of the most traditional and classic blends in all of winemaking. I'm speaking, of course, about the GSM blend, our Wild Child GSM. Now the GSM stands for Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvedre. And each grape plays an incredibly important part in crafting one of the most approachable and enjoyable blends on the planet. The Grenache, which usually makes up the majority of the blend, brings a lightness and a fruitiness that is really palatable and pairs well with the other two wines, which add depth and complexity. Grenache by itself is a relatively lower alcohol red wine with a lot of fruity characteristics. The Syrah is usually the second largest portion of the blend, coming in at around 20-25%. And Syrah has a lot of character to it. It's got a little meatiness or gaminess. It's got some spiciness and pepper. And so adding those notes with the strong fruit flavor of the Grenache blends to create a really interesting characteristic and a really interesting flavor profile. And finally, you've got the Mourvedre, which shouldn't be slept on because Mourvedre by itself is a very fun wine, but when it's put into this blend, it adds a lot of structure and balance to the blend. Mourvedre is a big grape. It's got tannin, it's got alcohol, it's got body. And so by blending in about 10 to 15%, it gives a GSM blend that balance that really is so characteristic of such an enjoyable wine. So let's give this a quick try. I mean, right away, you smell the Grenache and you smell the Syrah. You're going to get some pepperiness, you get some gaminess, but the fruit shines through. And where you'll notice the Mourvedre is more on the palate when you take a sip. Delicious. This is actually more of a medium to medium high-bodied wine. I think we've used a little bit more Mourvedre, a little bit more Grenache, and that's the fun thing about a GSM is that each one is completely different. I love this. It's perfectly balanced. It's going to go so well with a rack of lamb or a nice like fatty, lean protein. Please enjoy. We're going to be back again tomorrow for a few more wines, and we look forward to drinking more with you. Wow.